In this video, we're going to talk about a very simple idea that when employed properly through your website could make a big difference in your coaching business this year. The simple idea that I'm talking about was not easy for me to implement, and not because it's difficult to execute technically, but it was difficult for me to execute mentally. I had to be willing to let go and give more control to clients and prospects. But once I did cross the chasm and make that decision, it made a real difference in my business and also my level of ease in terms of how I run my business and how I interact with clients and prospects. What was that change? It was adding a link to an online calendar for scheduling appointments. I've been in business since 2008. For many, many years, I did not allow clients or prospects to see my calendar. They had to go through me to get an appointment, or possibly someone on my team, but most of the time through me. So I would play the email game with clients or with prospects. They would message me through my website. Then I would send them back sometimes. Sometimes they wouldn't respond. But I liked having control. Are you like that? Do you like having the control over your calendar and not allowing other people to schedule times for themselves when they would find it convenient? Is this something that you need to consider letting go of in 2023? This idea of controlling your schedule? What difference did it make for me when I started releasing control of my calendar? Well, with clients, first one, and most notably, is I didn't have to play the email game. I would just say, here's a link to my calendar, find a spot that works for you, schedule a 1-hour session. Easy, right? I even added a link in my email signature that says book time with me. That's how committed I became to the process of releasing my calendar. And of course, there's a link to it on my website in several places, I believe. So that's what happened with clients, and clients really appreciate it because their time is valuable. My time is valuable. They don't want to play the email game. Sometimes when we're meeting, we forget to set our next appointment during our meeting time. So then they know they could just go to my calendar and schedule a time. So it's pretty convenient. With prospects, I think it's even more important because oftentimes with clients, I schedule times with them live when we're meeting. So it's not really a big issue. Occasionally, it's very useful to them. But with prospects, I'm not talking to them when they're looking at my website. When they're thinking about meeting with me and they see that they can click a link and go onto my calendar and schedule a 30-minute session to talk with me about my services, they will do it because at the moment they're thinking about talking with me, they're interested, and they can look at their calendar and book time right away. I believe I get more appointments with prospects because of the decision. Does it happen sometimes that they land on my calendar at times where I wish they wouldn't? Yes. And I deal with that in one of two ways. One, I just grin and bear it and be thankful that I have a meeting with a prospect. Or two, I contact the prospect and say, I'm sorry, my calendar wasn't accurate. I actually have a conflict at that time. Could I ask you to pick another time? This, in a way, is actually an acid test to find out if they're really serious about meeting with me. The ones that are will respond and find a new time pretty quickly. The ones that don't respond, I email them one more time, and then I realize they've already forgotten about me and about scheduling an appointment, and I'll let them know I'm going to cancel the appointment. And I do. And so there are some prospects I actually never meet with who schedule time on my calendar because they don't respond. And this is another important point. Even when I'm not asking prospects to reschedule their appointment, I'm generally writing to them in advance and confirming that I've received on my calendar their request for a meeting, and I'm looking forward to meeting with them. The real prospects will respond to that email. The ones who don't, they might not be real prospects. They might have casually done it and forgotten about it. And so I'll write to them again. If they don't respond, I delete the appointment off the calendar because I don't want to meet with people who are just there to waste my time. So I hope this relieves the burden on you of feeling like you don't want to let go. And you know that you can block times on your calendar in advance so that you preserve certain times like lunch or when you'll start that day or when you'll be wrapping up that day. Just block all the times that you don't want people to schedule. And that way you retain much of the control that you would like to have the times that you need for yourself and your obligations, and you release the times that you're totally open to meeting with other people. I believe this is a change that'll make a real difference in your business this year if you've not done it already. The service that I use is owned by Squarespace, formerly known as Acuity Scheduling. Many people like to use Calendly and other services. I think they all work fairly similarly. The point is to be clear what you want to have available on your calendar, block out the times you don't, and communicate with people who you're not doing business with, who schedule times to confirm that they really do want that appointment with you. And I think you'll be good to go. Let me know in the comments if you're already doing this and what changes it's made in your coaching business. If you're not doing it, why? What reasons do you have that I haven't mentioned in this video? I'd love to hear them. Just place them in the comments below. And if you have a recommendation for the service that you use and love, place that in the comments below too. Could be helpful to other coaches who watch this video. To learn more about my executive coach training and certification programs that are presented in conjunction with the Center for Executive Coaching, visit my dedicated website, BayAreaExecutiveCoachTraining.com. If you'd like to just email me at michael@BayAreaExecutiveCoach.com. And of course, if you'd like to talk with me, go to my website and you'll find the scheduling link there. I look forward to meeting with you soon. Thank you very much.